Welcome to the Tea of Life podcast. My mission is to transform every area of life by encouraging and equipping you to live the life you love and love the life you live. I am your host, Tiffany Thompson. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of Tea of Life podcast. I am thrilled that you have decided to join me today. If you've listened to last week's episode, The Next Right Thing, then you'll remember my discussion on how decisions and uncertainty in the moment, or maybe for the future, can make us feel out of control and insecure. We've also talked about in previous episodes about the compounding efforts of making consistent, intentional choices that honor God, even when we don't see the full picture. We were also reminded that sometimes we don't need to have it all figured out, and all we can do is the next right thing. But what happens when we do the next right thing and someone else comes right behind us and undoes it? This has happened to all of us. We work hard in completing a job or a task just to have someone come right behind us and undo everything that we just did. How about that kitchen that you just spent all morning cleaning, just to have a family member come in right behind you, pull all the food back out of the fridge, and leave it all on the counter when they're done? Or you've just finished emptying the sink and loading the dishwasher just to have someone come right behind you and put another cup in or beside the sink. Maybe you've been waiting all week to wash your car before that big trip, only for it to begin raining the moment you leave the car wash. Or maybe you've been working on a large project for work, only to have it accidentally deleted from your hard drive, causing you to have to do every bit of it all over again. As I sit and talk about this, I can't help but think of the song Ironic by Alanis Morissette. Anybody else? Yeah, I've definitely felt this way a few times, and some even lately. The most recent was when I was working hard outside on our front walkway that has taken me weeks to undergo, only to have our bug man come and mess up a portion of it, plus a few other areas around the home that I've tried to protect. I had just completed a portion of my project when he arrived. We discussed a few areas that needed attention, and part of his installation included tearing up what I had just completed. I mean, in reality, it wasn't that bad. He didn't completely tear up anything. It just felt like he did because I had put so much effort and work into this project, only to have to redo something because someone came behind me and undid it. It really only took me about 10 minutes to fix it back, but it felt like more than that. I mean, I'm still talking about it now. So in reality, I guess the emotional damage that I chose to allow may have been worse than the actual damage that was caused. But let's think of this. Even though we may let this type of undoing get the best of us, it doesn't remotely compare to these next few scenarios. So let's dive a bit deeper and see what you think. Maybe we've tried to bring peace into our home and someone brought strife. Maybe we built something with excellence and intention and someone walked in and carelessly tore it apart. Maybe we forgave, blessed, or served, and someone responded with disrespect, silence, or even sabotage. It's easy to feel frustrated and defeated from all of these things, and it may even be justified. But before we begin to dwell in that place too long, let's take a step back and ask ourselves this question. Are you ready? Have we ever undone what God has done in our lives? You see, we can be quick to feel hurt when someone undoes our work, but how often have we been the ones who have undone the work that God is doing in us? Maybe God has brought healing to our heart, but we've begun to reopen those old wounds again. Maybe God has brought us freedom from fear, but we find ourselves dealing with the same old worry, and it has caused us to feel out of control or lose sleep. Maybe God once blessed us with clarity, peace, and provision, but we're not choosing to trust in the Lord with all of our heart, and we're no longer choosing to lean not on our own understanding. Philippians 1:6 says, "And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Christ Jesus." I want to encourage you today that even when we sabotage everything, the Lord will see his good work through to completion. Even when we step off course, even when we resist him, he will complete what he has started, even when our obedience is undone. But I don't think that means that it doesn't grieve him. Yes, the Lord has emotions. He has created them all. Yes, he feels. And yes, when we reject his ways and ignore his nudges or undo the spiritual progress that we've made, I believe that it grieves him. Imagine being the creator of the universe who watches his beloved children walk right back into the mess that he has rescued us from. I believe it hurts, just like we hurt when our own children walk right back into the same mess that we have worked so hard to help rescue them from or have prayed them out of. I know the crazy love that I have for my children, and I know how much that it hurts my heart to see them do things. And I cannot imagine how much it grieves the Lord's heart for him to see his children do the same. And I believe that he is more of a loving father than I could ever be of a mother. When we do undo what the Lord has done, we need to remember that he never gives up on us. He doesn't walk away. Even when we reject him, he doesn't abandon us. And when our obedience is undone, he redeems us. Lamentations 3:22 and 23 says, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." So if you feel like someone's undone your efforts, remember that God understands that grief deeply. And still, he doesn't stop doing good. And if you've undone the good work that he's done in your own life, don't hide in shame. Just come back. He's still there. He's still building. He's still working, still loving, and still desiring to transform every area of your life. So thanks so much for listening today. If you found this episode helpful and encouraging, please share it with someone who you know could also use the encouragement. I'd love to hear from you. Follow me over on Instagram and let me know how this or any other episode has impacted you. And I cannot wait to meet with you again. Thank you for listening to the Tea of Life podcast. If you have two friends who you know need to transform every area of life, please share this podcast or episode. Also, right now before you forget, make sure to hit that subscribe or follow button, and that way you will never miss an episode. I cannot wait to meet you here again very soon.